I recently faced my own worst nightmare. You're not going to believe what just happened to me. I was literally just trying to open my garage door after work when my HOA neighbor Karen called the cops on me, claiming I was breaking into my own house. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. Not even the police officers who showed up with their weapons drawn. When they opened fire, they didn't hit me, they hit the governor. Yeah, you heard that right. The actual state governor was hiding in my garage, and Karen, let's just say her face when she realized what she'd done, priceless. Stick around because this story gets wild, and before we dive in, smash that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss how this ends. Okay, let me back up and give you the full context because this situation has been brewing for months. So I moved into this neighborhood about 8 months ago. Nice suburban area, white picket fences, the whole 9 yards. Everything was great for the first few weeks until I met her. We'll call her Karen, because honestly, what else would we call her? Karen is the self-appointed HOA enforcer, and I mean enforcer. This woman has nothing better to do than measure people's lawn height with a ruler, check if your trash cans are the approved color, and apparently memorize everyone's daily schedules. Within my first month, I got 3 HOA violations. My grass was 0. 3 inches too tall, my car was parked 2 inches over my driveway line, my mailbox flag was facing the wrong direction. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I tried to be civil. I paid my fines, I fixed everything. I thought, okay, we're good now. I was so wrong. Fast forward to 3 weeks ago, Karen decides that my work schedule is suspicious. See, I work irregular hours. Sometimes I'm home at 3 p.m., sometimes at midnight. I'm a freelance consultant, so my schedule varies. Apparently, this is unusual activity according to Karen. She starts watching my house, and I mean watching. I'd catch her peeking through her curtains every time I pulled into my driveway. She'd write down the times I came and went. She even took photos of me entering my own house. I tried talking to her. Big mistake. Karen, I notice you've been watching my house. Is everything okay? I'm monitoring suspicious activity in our neighborhood. Someone has to keep us safe. Suspicious activity. I'm just coming home from work at these random hours. I don't think so. I've reported you to the HOA board and the neighborhood watch. I couldn't believe it, but I figured, whatever, let her waste her time. The HOA board knew me. They'd see this was ridiculous. But then things got weird. 2 weeks before the incident, something actually unusual did happen. I came home one evening around 9 p.m., and there was a black SUV parked in my driveway. Not my car. I didn't recognize it. I was cautious, I'll admit it. I parked on the street and called out before approaching my house. That's when a man in a dark suit stepped out of my garage. Mr. Johnson, he said, using my real last name here. Yeah, who are you and why are you in my garage? He showed me a badge, Secret Service. My brain short-circuited. I'm sorry, what? Long story short, the governor was in town for an undisclosed event, and due to a security threat at his original location, they needed an emergency safe house. My house, specifically my garage, was selected because of its location and because I had a security clearance from my previous job that I didn't even remember having. They asked if the governor could use my garage as a temporary secure location while they swept another site. It would be a few hours, maybe overnight, completely confidential, and I'd be compensated. Honestly, it was surreal, but I said yes. I mean, what are you going to say to the Secret Service? They converted my garage into a temporary command center. The governor would be there periodically over the next 2 weeks whenever he was in the area. I was told to act completely normal, tell no one, and just go about my business, which I did. But you know who noticed the unusual activity day 14. I'm coming home from a client meeting around 4 p.m. Totally normal day. I pull into my driveway, press my garage door opener, and start walking toward my garage. That's when I see Karen marching across her lawn toward me, phone to her ear. That's him, she's shouting. He's breaking in again. Send someone now. Karen, what are you talking about? This is my house. I've been documenting everything. The unmarked vehicles, the suspicious people coming and going. You're running some kind of operation from that garage. I tried to explain, without breaking my confidentiality agreement, that everything was legitimate. Karen, I promise you, everything is completely legal and above board. That's what all criminals say. The police are on their way. I figured the police would show up. I'd explain the situation, and this would all be cleared up. Maybe the Secret Service would even vouch for me. I opened my garage door and stepped inside. That's when I heard the sirens, multiple police cars, screeching into my driveway. Put your hands up. Step out of the garage. I stepped out, hands raised, completely confused. "Officers, I live here." "This is my house, I can show you my ID." Karen was behind them, smug as anything. "See, I told you, he's always acting suspicious." The officers were professional but firm. They asked to see my ID. They asked about the unusual activity at my residence. I was trying to figure out how to explain without exposing the governor's location when I heard it. A voice from inside my garage. "What's going on out there?" The governor, walking toward the garage door. Everything happened in slow motion and at lightning speed at the same time. The governor stepped into view at the garage entrance. The police officers, already on high alert because of Karen's dangerous criminal narrative, saw movement in the shadowy garage. One officer yelled, "Show me your hands." The governor, confused, stepped forward into the light. "I'm governor, that's when it happened." Bang, 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 3 shots fired. The governor dropped. I screamed, Karen screamed, the officers screamed. Time stopped. The Secret Service agents who'd been monitoring the situation from inside my house burst out of my front door, weapons drawn, shouting credentials. It was absolute chaos. The governor was hit in the shoulder, thankfully not life-threatening, but he was down and bleeding in my garage. The officers immediately called for an ambulance, their faces showing the horror of what just happened. They just shot the governor, and Karen stood there frozen, the color drained from her face. Her mouth hung open. That's the governor," she whispered. "Yes, Karen," I shouted. "That's the governor, the one you just got shot because you couldn't mind your own business." The Secret Service secured the scene. Ambulances arrived, news helicopters started circling overhead. Someone had heard about a shooting on police scanners. Karen tried to leave, just tried to slink back to her house like this wasn't her fault. One of the Secret Service agents stopped her. "Ma'am, you're not going anywhere. You just caused a security incident involving the governor." The next few hours were a blur of statements, interviews, and federal agents crawling all over my property. The governor survived. Thankfully, it was a shoulder wound, and he received immediate medical attention. He was actually pretty gracious about the whole thing, understanding it was a tragic misunderstanding. But there were consequences. Karen was charged with filing a false police report, and later faced civil penalties for recklessly causing the incident. The police officers involved were placed on administrative leave pending investigation, which honestly, I felt bad about because they were responding to what they believed was a credible threat based on Karen's calls. The HOA, they removed Karen from her position and apologized profusely to me. But here's the best part. A week later, I received a personal letter from the governor thanking me for my service and apologizing that his presence had caused such disruption to my life. He included a photo of us together taken before the incident, obviously, and a signed note that read, "To my favorite safe house host, sorry about the garage." The Secret Service cleared me of any wrongdoing and actually increased my security clearance. And my compensation for the whole situation. Let's just say I won't have to worry about HOA fees for a long time. As for Karen, she moved out of the neighborhood 2 months later. Couldn't handle everyone knowing she was responsible for getting the governor shot. Last I heard, she started a blog about neighborhood watch best practices. I can't make this stuff up. So what did I learn from this absolutely insane experience? First, mind your own business, seriously. Karen's obsession with monitoring everyone else's lives literally led to someone getting shot. If something seems genuinely dangerous, by all means, report it. But measuring your neighbor's grass height and stalking their comings and goings, that's not keeping anyone safe. That's just being controlling. Second, trust has to go both ways. The police officers did their job based on the information they had. Karen created a narrative of danger where none existed. That's dangerous for everyone involved. Third, life is absolutely unpredictable. 8 months ago, I was just a guy moving into a new house. I never could have imagined I'd be hosting the governor in my garage or witnessing him get shot because of an HOA feud. And finally, sometimes the most ridiculous, unbelievable stories are the ones that are actually true. My garage, by the way, still has a small bullet hole in the wall that I've kept as a reminder of the most insane day of my life. The Secret Service offered to repair it, but I said no. It's a conversation starter, to say the least. If you enjoyed this absolutely wild story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories. Drop a comment below telling me about your worst HOA experience, though I doubt any of you can top got the governor shot. And remember, be kind to your neighbors. You never know when the governor might be hiding in their garage. I'm out. Stay safe, and stay out of HOA drama if you can help it.